A little bit of product training around diffusers. Now you might think, I know how to use a diffuser, or you might think I don't have a diffuser. But today what I'm going to cover is a bit about the diffuser, but also how we as people can potentially block our own sales of that. So, who has a diffuser? And if you write yes for me below, so we know who's got a diffuser, or no, that's all right. So pop that down below for me. So I'll basically start off with those of you that have a diffuser. I'm going to show you how to use it, so you might want to zone out momentarily. But some of it hopefully will be helpful for those that don't have a diffuser. When I started Scentsy in the August, I didn't get my diffuser until the end of the January. I think we had the double host rewards as we had them. So we got double half price items. So I waited until that point and then treated myself to the diffuser. And when I first got my diffuser, I was trying to compare it against the experience that I was getting from my wax. And what you realise very quickly is it's a very, very different system. And if you have the Scentsy FAQs around the diffuser, it actually tells you that not to compare them because they are very, very different systems. So when I then started using it, I used it on and off intermittently, and then I put it in my kitchen. I used to take it to my parties, so it was all boxed up, and occasionally I would get it out. And then I put it in the kitchen I've got a little island here where I'm sat at, and I put it on the island, and I started using it practically every night after we'd eaten tea. You know, when you get those kind of food smells and the things like that. So we started using it then, and then it became known in our house as Puff the Magic Dragon. So that's what my husband calls it, and he would say, get Puff the Magic Dragon on. So although that can be taken in another way, that's just what it's called in our house. So I have here, and I will be careful because it does have a teeny bit of water in. So this is obviously your diffuser base, and you have your shade. So we all know that the shades are interchangeable. So that one is the Stargaze, and I never really changed that one. I've got a couple of other white ones that I take if I'm doing a party as well, to show that we can change. So another marketing tool that you have for that is that you can swap the shades out. So when we get a Christmas shade, you can then market that to your customers as the additional way of showing that you can change it up really easily. So on the front of your diffuser, you have your two buttons. So the one on, as you're looking at it on the right hand side, is your light option. So when you press that one, if you just press it once, it comes on white. Then if you press it again, it goes on slightly dimmer, and I'm in the whitest room. So you're not really going to get the effect if you don't have a diffuser, but you might be able to see. And then if you click it again, you get candle flicker, which lots of people like. So I do have a customer who only uses the white options. She doesn't do colour changing. When she buys her wax, she is not bothered at all about the smell, as long as it's not lavender or cherry. She specifically goes for colours, okay, that match her decor. So even though she has a colourful wax selection, she likes her diffuser on the white. So if I hold it and turn it off again, and then if I hold and turn it till it comes on blue, that is going to go through the colour changing cycle. Now we know that it's got 16 colours because that's how we market it, that's how we know it. If you've got one, you know that it's 16 colours. But if you have a look on the Scentsy FAQs, it tells you exactly what the names of those colours are. So you've got your lime, then you've got your green, and then you've got your aquamarine. So when you can tell the colours like that, so another little selling point is tell people, as well as showing them the colours, tell them. Sometimes people want that, if they want that lime colour and you say you can hold this on the lime option, that's a selling point to them, okay? So you can see while I'm talking, it's just cycling through, but if you click on that button, you can move it along to the next option, okay? That allows you to hold it on that one colour if you want that for your decor. So that's enough on the colours, but on this side here, you have your actual mist settings. So if I press it on, and again, I'm in a white room, you can maybe hear it. So it's just, or you can maybe just about see it there. So with the one click, that's going to come on and it's going to go on constant. And if I turn it off, so I hold and press to turn it off, and you can see it's gone off. And then if I hold it for about 4 seconds, when that comes on, that's now going to be intermittent, so it'll come on and off. So that gives you your 4 and your 8 hour options. Okay, I'm just trying to turn it off now. So, as demonstrations go, that's all you're going to see about the diffuser. But what I'm going to do now, just sticking it back on there so I don't knock it over because it's got water in. Who has the FAQs for the diffuser? You know that we have FAQs for every product that Scentsy sells. So we have a diffuser FAQ, and we've got the oils. So I'm not going to cover the oils, but if you have any questions about the oils, have a look at them. Save them in the notes on your phone. So if somebody asks you a question, you've got it there and you've got it handy. There was a couple of things that I wanted to let you know that Scentsy is actually helping you when you're marketing these. So on the back page on here, it says, why should my customers choose the Scentsy diffuser? And the bit that I've highlighted is, we encourage you and your customers to compare the Scentsy diffuser with other diffusers. We're confident you'll find Scentsy offers the most features, the most advanced technology, and the most attractive diffusers on the market. So we know how pretty these are. And we know about the lifetime warranty, the limited lifetime warranty on the diffusers. And it also tells you on here, in this little section, not to compare because they're such different experiences. Scentsy helps you with everything. It is helping you market everything that they give you to sell, okay? So, when I had a little look and compared, let me turn the page. So our premium diffuser, because we have the two options, don't we? Our premium diffuser, which is the one I've just shown you, is 170 to 182 pounds plus oil on the top. Our deluxe, which is the little fatter one, so that one is 79, and then your oils on the top. There are a couple of companies out there that have dipped their toe into the waters of diffuser, and when researching, I was looking at some of the features that they offer. So the Neon is called a Wellbeing Pod, and that one is round about the £90. Low energy, has a little bit of a night light. It's not as pretty as ours. 1, 2 or 3 hours is the only options that you have with that one. It's got a 100ml water tank, and our premium diffuser has 120ml, but lasts for up to 8 hours. So where's the difference in the technology there? Okay. Then there is, and I don't quite know how to say this word, diptyque, at Space NK. Okay, so this is a battery unit diffuser. Okay. It says 4 hours that the unit lasts when it's charged. It powers up, as they describe it, for 3 times in an hour. And then you need to reactivate it. So you've got to switch it back on. So it does 10 minutes active, 10 minutes rest. And then you've got to start the whole process again. And that one is £240. Okay, Ella Aspire has one, has colour change and mood light, £139.99. There is a Vitruvi Move Diffuser, which is about £150. Le Labo Santal 26 Home Diffuser, $600. I couldn't find that in English pounds. And that markets itself as the Rolls Royce of diffusers. Okay, but interestingly, when you put in diffusers, you get reed diffusers as well. So some companies will sell a oil diffuser for £169. So like our fragrance flowers. Joe Malone oil diffuser reeds are £78. Okay, so we are comparable to other companies, and the thing that sells is how it is presented. Okay, so some people will go and they would buy that one at Space NK because of where it's at. Okay, they don't have to explain anything about how they're going to sell it. It's there, and people buy it if they want it. People who want that sort of experience are prepared to pay the price that they need to pay to get a quality product. Okay, yes, you can go on Amazon and you can buy a cheap looking diffuser for £20-30. It's not going to last. There is citrus oil can break down plastic, okay, but ours, and it says in your FAQs, it doesn't. And I can't, where is there is a section that says, yeah, the Scentsy, will citrus oils corrode the components of my diffuser? No, the Scentsy Diffuser reservoir is made up of proprietary plastic that won't corrode with even the most acidic oils. Some diffusers are not intended to be used with citrus oils, and that plastic that we use is also BPA free, which is an important thing for some people. Okay, some people don't like anything with plastic on, but it's BPA free, okay? So I held this up before. Who has a product training guide? Now, if you don't have the actual physical one, you can print this off on the workstation, okay? It's like a little Bible. It gives you all sorts of tips for every product that we sell. And interestingly, little clues as well, because look, Bitty Buddies are in there when we didn't know that they were coming back for Easter, okay? So little clue, you get little clues from Scentsy. But on here, it gives you the 2 diffusers, it gives you sales tips, it tells you features and benefits, it tells you how to work it. Then on the page after it, it gives you all the information about your oils. And if you are new to Scentsy and you don't know how to market a diffuser, but you might have one, or you might intend on having one, if you've got one and you don't quite know how to market some things, balancing, for example, there, it shows a mum and a child doing a little bit of yoga or a little bit of exercise, and the diffuser's in the background. Who's been keeping fit in the house during lockdown? Could you stage a picture like that with the diffuser behind you? The calming one shows a dad and son in bed, reading a story, the diffuser in the background. That image is not aimed at, it's like, oh look, dad and son reading their story, okay? Comforting mum and daughter, it looks like to me, okay? So it's all of these things. Look at what Scentsy's telling you. Look at what Scentsy's showing you how to market your products. A good one for the deluxe diffuser, the little fat round one, set it and forget it, okay? Because that one has the bigger reservoir to leave on for a longer period of time. These are, look at it with the eyes of what are they teaching me, okay? What can I learn from that? So, who has ever sold a diffuser? So if you have sold a diffuser, give me a yes diffuser below or no diffuser, and then I'll know when I'm coming back if you've sold one. Did that diffuser sell itself, or did you do something that contributed to that? Did you display it? We had Kerry on last week who came on all excited. We all get excited when we sell a diffuser. And what did Kerry do? She showed off a brand new shade that she had and sold a diffuser. Kerry was giddy because she didn't know that by going on and sharing this new shade was going to speak to that lady at that point and make her buy that diffuser. Okay, and pretty much I think with Kerry as well, the person who bought that diffuser bought something else at the same time, and I found that happens with me. And I want to tell you, if I'd have tried that same thing that Kerry did with her customer, with that same lady, she wouldn't have bought it off me, okay? And the reason why is she knows, likes and trusts Kerry. So she trusts when Kerry is saying and sharing her excitement about a product, okay? Kerry did not go on there with the aim that she was going to come off selling a diffuser. She went on there to share the love of the product, and that lady was drawn to that. Okay, I want to tell you about a lady who bought my first ever diffuser off me, and she didn't buy it the first time we met. I had a party for one of my friends, and it was one of the first parties I had about the October after I joined in 2016. And I will say, the quietest lady in the room, she is still probably one of the quietest people that I know, but she's a very, very lovely customer, okay? And she sat in the corner of the room. She watched what I did. She didn't really get up and sniff too many things. But she sniffed a couple. I handed round newborn nursery because it was in my Lenny the Lamb. Okay, so I handed round and made the joke of sniff Lenny's bottom, and it was newborn nursery. Okay, and I said that comes in a wax as well. Now at the end of the party, Alison came over to me and she popped her order form just next to me and she walked away because I had another lady with me, so I kind of clocked who'd put that order form down, and I took it and I looked, and as I say, it was one of my first parties and I was kind of a bit like, oh. So I looked and I added up all the price. She put her card details on, and I took over her receipt, and I handed over her receipt, and she said to me, oh, I'm not sure that's right. And I looked at it, and what she'd done is listed the products that she'd wanted, but she'd written 2 by the edges, and in my blind panic I hadn't picked up on the number 2 being there. Okay, she spent just under £200. She bought newborn nursery. I didn't know what she was buying newborn nursery for, just assumed she was buying. She bought a couple of other waxes as well, but she basically did her Christmas shopping with me in the October. Delivered her order. She had a couple of other times where she bought, topped up some waxes. The next time I did a party for the same person, Alison was here again, and I made a point of going over and talking to Alison because I knew she was very quiet, she wouldn't approach me. That party, I had my diffuser, okay, which I didn't have the time before, and it was the Stargaze. At the end of the party, she came over, handed the form over on the table again, and it had the diffuser on. And it was only then I kind of was like, you always buy newborn nursery, you really, really like that. And she was like, oh, I own a nursery. So she owns a children's nursery. She bought the diffuser for the nursery. All the newborn nursery wax was for the baby room in the nursery where they put them to have their sleep. And she wanted it to be a consistent smell. So don't ever prejudge your customers. So the thing that I want to say is selling a diffuser and selling any other product that we do is down to something called unconscious bias. Okay, now I'm going to go off my little notes on here because I need to go onto another page. But has anybody ever heard of unconscious bias? Anybody found it? Open up. I've got a digital notebook. Okay, so unconscious bias is the decisions that our brain makes. So in terms of a diffuser, what would that be relevant? So our unconscious bias makes decisions when we meet people. So we get drawn to people that behave the same way as us, that look the same way as us, that might be in the same profession as us, which is why we make really good relationships within Scentsy, because we have a bit of an affinity with people within the same business. And it's also why Kerry's customer wouldn't have bought the diffuser off me, because she's got no association or link to me. Okay, it allows us to be alerted when we're in danger, so we know whether then we're starting to assess. But we have two parts in our brain. We have our conscious brain, which deals with data and facts, and our unconscious, which is habit and intuition. And that one has the huge capacity, and it's really, really fast. So when it applies to everything, okay? When you display a diffuser at a party, when we're allowed to do them again, and somebody asks you the price and you look at that person, your brain makes that decision automatically without you even thinking about it of, can this person afford to buy this diffuser? And your unconscious brain is taking in all that data. It will take in what they're wearing, how they're presenting, are they a customer of yours already, do you know that they're a big spender? And you make all these decisions before the price even comes out of your mouth, okay? And it's how the price then comes out of your mouth based on what you think that the person is going to say in response to the price that causes that interaction to either be a positive or a negative one. So with a diffuser, you have to present it as it is. It's a unique system. Okay, it is not wax, it's not a warmer, it is a diffuser for essential oils. If somebody is into their essential oils, they know that essential oils cost money. Okay, some of the essential oils out there are massive in prices, and it will impact on what Scentsy make as oils, because some of the raw materials will be so expensive. So you have to learn to fight that unconscious part of your brain that is making you make the decisions on whether your customer will actually purchase a diffuser. If it's on show when you're at a fair or it's going away in the corner, treat it as it is. It's a separate object to the wax and the warmers. Tell them it's an industry-leading product. It's the cold mist technology. It's a comparable product to other on the market. If somebody is uncertain, let them go and do some research. Get them to ask you all the questions. Have the answers, okay? If you don't know an answer, find the answer out. But what you have to do is stop limiting your sale of a diffuser by assuming that people don't want to buy it. If you don't have a diffuser, please, at whatever point you can, get one through host rewards or whatever. Get one, start using it. Get it out of your head that it is the same, okay? And then when you are presenting it to other people, you are going to present that confidently. So unconscious bias works with everything, okay? Have you ever driven home and not known how you got home? You're driven and you think, oh, did I drive through that red light? It's because your brain is constantly processing the information. It works with everything. It will work with recruiting because you're making assumptions about that person is not going to want to join my team. That person is not going to want to buy a 6-pack of wax. She only ever buys 3, but she comes to me on a monthly basis. You know, you're making the assumption. Have you ever tried to sell her a 6-pack? Have you told her that the 6-pack she can get a free bar? She buys another 2 bars, she gets that extra one free. If you have any questions on diffusers, please ask. I'm gonna tie it up there, but I hope that obviously if you recognise that you are allowing your judgment to interfere with the selling of a product, think about how you present it, and hopefully you will get some sales. Everybody always shouts out when they get a diffuser sale, so shout yourself out.